In 1990, Björk approached Graham Massey from Manchester electronic band 808 State to collaborate with her on songs she'd been writing since childhood.
She phoned up while I was recording in the studio and announced herself as an Icelandic singer. She didn't say she was Björk from the Sugar Cubes. She brought along a customary little ghetto blaster, and on it she had some brass band music. Well, it was like a brass quartet, a trombone, a trumpet, a saxophone or something, of all those early versions of the stuff off debut.
Björk had been building up a collection of songs in her head since she was a little girl. She had given them to some Icelandic brass players to arrange, but was looking for a way to realise their full potential.
In summer '90, I did a little trip where I would bicycle between the churches. I would set myself a target that I would go and improvise and write one song and record it on my dictaphone. Yo, hey, mother, showing.
She sent me a load of tapes of quite earthy stuff, almost like, I wouldn't say folk music, but stuff that was very rootsy, quite a lot of jazz stuff. And I instantly connected with what she was trying to do on that level, you know, of trying to do something that was quite soulful, but with electronic music.
The resulting fusion of musical styles was the groundbreaking solo album Debut, released in 1993.
Debut was the perfect synthesis of all the good things that were happening in London in 1993. You know, there was dance and club culture, and there was the trip-hop scene, which was just taking off, and, you know, there were the Indian influences that she tapped into, you know, by having Talvin sing on the album. It was all in there, but it was all synthesized into this, just this wonderful concoction that didn't sound like anything else.
She was way ahead of her time. She got like a twist, she got kind of like these hip-hop beats, but then there's other kind of music that's over it, and she's singing just a whole different kind of way.
The singing she does when the words aren't really sort of forming is just the best way to improvise. And a lot of time you can't tell the difference between whether the words are coherent or whether they're Icelandic or whether it's gibberish. For a singer, it's really frustrating sometimes to have a bunch of words in front of you.
She had the ability to get a huge range of emotions out in a single note, and that's something incredibly rare in music. I mean, that's, you know, only the great singers can do that. The up vibe of Debut definitely tied into the sort of ecstasy feeling that was around.
It blew me away because I'd never heard music like that before. It was like classical music with pop and soul and everything in one.
She had this little woman baby face, and there's a kind of uncorruptedness about the voice. And it seems very full of love and magic and the things that are increasingly rare in the culture. And I think that that's why it was somebody who seems, you know, on the surface so much an alien, that she's had the kind of broad appeal that she's had, and that she's able to touch so many people.
I fell in love with her immediately because I just think she's inspirational. She's like a living artist. She's not just music. She's like a visual artist. You know, you know, there's art in everything she does.
From the very start, Björk made sure that the visual side of her work reflected the various moods and characters of her songs.
For every album I've done, there's been one character that does the albums. And then there'll be separate other little characters that are the songs.